nuggets, headlines and fun, true crime tales and a wild rerun. Bits of news to brighten your day in the latest, wackiest, pettiest expressway. Scandals, gators, space coast too, crimes that baffle and headlines askew. When the world gets dark, we bring the cheer. Newsy nuggets, the good, the grim, the weird is here.
Hey, you guys, it's Mo. And you know what? Doggone it. I hope Honey Boo Boo makes it. Look, she's all growed up. And okay, not gonna lie, I spent many a times watching that show, kind of like one watches Hoarders to feel better about their house, or My 600-Pound Life to feel better about eating Mike and Ike's in bed. You know, but I always hoped that Alana would make it through and really do something special with her life. So I'm glad to see that by the headline, she is doing well because she had a lot to fight against. I mean, her parents both struggled with addiction. She just didn't have the easiest life. And I really hope that she makes something of it because doggone it, I'm rooting for her. And I'm not being sarcastic. I really hope that she, beats the odds because doggone it, I hope she does. It's rare to see the exact moment a star is born, but for Alana Thompson, that moment is etched in TV history. She was 5 years old and filming an interview on TLC's Toddlers and Tiaras when she quipped, "A dollar made me holler, honey boo boo." Then the rambunctious Spitfire in the Georgia pageant circuit, the one-liner birthed her nickname and helped land her a spin-off reality show. I don't know why I said it off the top of my head, she recalls. Honey Boo Boo stuck, and she's been there forever. But today, Alana is calm and a reflective young lady. Honey Boo Boo makes small, fleeting appearances through her interview for this week's cover story. A giggle here, a slight neck roll there. But Alana, now 19-year-old and in college at Regis University in Colorado, is no longer a caricature of her own making. She's also seen enough to know that the world isn't all trophies and tea parties. Quote, looking back, it's like, dang, I really went all through all of this ish? That's crazy. For well over a decade, the highs and heartbreaking lows of her family life have been documented on TV. After her toddler's breakthrough, Alana became the focus of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo in 2012. Meant to be a lighthearted look at the low income, self described redneck Southern family, the show centered on pageant princess Alana, along with her mother, Mama June Shannon, three older sisters, Anna Chickadee Cardwell, Jessica Chubbs Shannon, Lauren Pumpkin Effred, and Alana's father, Mike Sugar Bear Thompson. But the folksy family spectacle took several bleak turns. For the first time, Elena is telling her own harrowing story as she narrates the new Lifetime biopic, Was Honey Boo Boo, premiering on May 17th. I'm a little nervous, admits Elena now, studying nursing and living with longtime boyfriend Darlin Carswell, 24. From Mama June's wild stage mom antics to her downward spiral into toxic relationships and drug addiction, Alana is opening up about what she and her sisters, including Anna, who died in 2023, endured both on camera and off. I did not want this movie to be throwing punches at my mama and making her out to be the bad guy, Alana says. But I didn't hold back, and if she gets mad, at the end of the day, it's the truth. Around 2019, Alana was a young teen in Mama June who began experimenting with not street legal pharmaceuticals as a teen herself, was deep in the throes of addiction to cocaine. Her family's lives imploded as cameras kept rolling. I noticed something was off about her, Elena says of the time. She started locking her doors, which made me think, oh, what is she doing? In March of 2019, Mama June and her then boyfriend, Eugene Gino Doak, were arrested and charged with felony possession of drugs. At school, quote, people were like, I saw your mama on the news with a busted tooth and strung out, end quote. Alana recalls, I'm like, great, I didn't see that too. Like, I didn't see that too, sorry. But Alana refused to let the situation define her with the support of her sister Lauren, who gained full custody of her in 2022. And I want to take a minute here to really just praise Lauren, who stepped up. I mean, Lauren had the same chaotic, ridiculous, upbringing that Honey Boo Boo did, and to save her sister from going into the system, she stepped up when she already had one child, and I believe she might have been pregnant with twins at that time. So, just a big shout out to her sister for stepping up when, ish went down. She focused on school and graduated in 2023. I've always told myself, that you want to do something better with your life and bigger with your life than just being on TV. So you've got to get up and go. You've got to graduate so you can make it to college and be a nurse that you want to be. Getting to where she is now, a rising junior, wasn't easy. One hurdle in particular was finances. Now, despite spending most of her life on TV, Alana says thanks to her mom when she graduated, there was little to show for it. The teen claims that Mama June, who sold their home and belongings at the height of her addiction, took $35,000 of her earnings for appearing on Dancing with the Stars in 2019. Only recently did she return it, but there was no "I'm sorry," says Alana. Furthermore, she claims she has never seen any money for from her years on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. That said, she and her mother, who's been sober for more than 5 years, have mostly reconciled. The two still film together on WeTV's Mama June Family Crisis during its 7th season on May 30th. I can't really talk about the money, says Mama June. It's part of this season. Forgiveness, Alana says, was hard, but at the end of the day, she's my mom. When she was bad in her addiction, I just kept thinking about the day she'd recover. We're doing pretty good. Hopefully it lasts. I just no longer have any expectations for her. And it's sad that a child, and sweetie, I know you're an adult, but to me, you're kind of a kiddo. Don't take it as anything. That being said, the fact that Alana has had to be the bigger person, the sort of parentification of a child that has to deal with some, kind of foible-y parents. So Alana has had to become the adult, and, Mama June has just done whatever the hell. Look, I liked Mama June when she was being a mom and all about getting healthy and such, but then she returned. I have a real personal issue with addiction. As many of you know, I lost my first husband to addiction, and my heart has softened towards addicts because there was a long time I was really angry at anyone who struggled with addiction. But I think getting hurt and not having control of my life and finding maladaptive coping mechanisms of my own, eating, uh, being mean and spiteful. It's not a drug, but it still, is sucky. It's still something you can get addicted to, that mindset. So I have a lot more grace for it than I did in the past because I get it more. I've been humbled. I understand the struggle. But Mama June, you just suck. You stole her money. You sold her stuff. And you need to say sorry, you doofus. Adds Mama June of her past transgression. I don't remember who that person was because I've worked so much on myself. That is such a, a sidestep. It sucks to do, Mama June. It sucks to do, but you need to fully apologize. Say, I am sorry, not I have moved on to the person. It's such a Yuri answer if you're following the Karen Reed case. It is such a Yuri answer. You need to take responsibility and ownership. You need to go through line and admit to what you did and really atone. You can't just say, well, I'm better now, so we don't want to talk. It's such a narcissistic sort of, way to avoid taking accountability that just pisses me off. That being said, I hope they are doing better. And I hope Mama June continues her sobriety. I hope for anyone who watches this video, if you are struggling with addiction, consider changing your life. I know it's scary, I know it is, but Gary from Nerdrotic and other people who have struggled with addiction really can, tell you that there's life on the other side. What you have right now isn't living. And if you're a person who is dealing with someone with addiction, I know how it is. I know that that desperate little piece of hope that the person that you loved, cherished, and, promised to spend your life with will come back, and that hope kinda hardens, and it shrinks, and it almost goes like black hole, and it's such a painful hope because every day that it doesn't happen, that the person doesn't make that choice to get better for themselves, it's like that hope is poisoning you. That's the only way I can explain it. It becomes a bitter hope, which probably is an oxymoron, but it does. It starts to break your soul. It starts to break your heart. It starts to make you angry. It starts to make you hurt. So, reach out to other people who have dealt with family members, loved ones with addiction. All that you're feeling, all of this mixed up tornado of grief, grieving the person that they were, being pissed off that they constantly choose something else, and, the feeling of worthlessness. Why am I not enough to try harder? The lying, the sneaking around, the, lengths that people with addiction will go to. All of these feelings are so okay. You are just human. Please talk to someone. I did not for a long time, and it festered, and goodness gracious, I don't want anyone to go through that. So please, if you're dealing with addiction or dealing with being, around someone with addiction, reach out to, professional. Not, I mean, you can reach out to me, but I'm not a professional. Look, I'm just Mo, all right? But now that I've gone full after school special, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I am gonna make sure that this video has sound because apparently, issues happening on StreamYard. Remember, guys, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but have a sassy mouth and carry a can of bitch fire. Bye, you guys.